Hello there, my dear loving souls. Welcome back to this channel and to part 3 on the topic of the sun. I'm just going to shuffle a couple of tarot decks here and just get some messages from the beautiful spirits, my spirit guide, angels, archangels and ancestors on the topic of sun, please. And just anything that my lovely audience members need to hear on the subject of sun. See if we get any more clarifications. We've got the card Water Dawn. Alrighty, anything else from this? This is the astrological tarot deck. Just to, this one came through, which is 11 of fire. Okay, so I think this is more like page of wands. Page of wands in the traditional tarot deck. Now let's have a look what else. Anything else? Yeah, no, not feeling it. That's fine. I'm just going to jump into this deck just to see if there's any messages to the audience members. Okay, here we go. The Tower. Okay, things happening quickly. Okay, interesting. Oop. There's a few cards that came through. Okay, well, we'll just kind of put them right here like this. Anything else from this tarot deck? Oh, that's too many cards. I think these cards are a little bit big for my hands. Then we got the Magician. It's a little bit big for my hands, and so sometimes it's a little bit challenging to shuffle the cards. Alrighty, so we've got the Water Dawn, got the 11 of Fire, and then we've got the Tower, and then we've got the 3 cards that kind of pop through together are the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and 2 of Pentacles. So very earthly energy, which instantly I'm getting with the animals and the green cards. Just that plants, you know, what we're discussing about the need of plants in our life, vegetation to keep us alive, to keep us nourished, to keep us well, but also pentacles, you know, that earthly energy. We need the sun when we're going through the school of planet Earth. It keeps us alive. Then the Magician coming up as well there, number 1, which is the major arcana, and there is a fox with a little sun peeking through just behind the fox, which is really lovely. When on the Water Dawn, excuse my chair, I might just grab the meaning from the astrological tarot guidebook here, because I want to say that the Water Dawn, actually, yeah, I have to trust my intuition. I did think it's like the page, effectively the page of water, or the Page of Cups. So the Water Dawn is the card that represents a sensitive youth, a kind, generous soul who is easily hurt and feels the pain of others. These are the people who are sympathetic to the needs of their fellow humans and work hard to make them happy. However, there's also a dreamy, lethargic quality to the person who may be behind this card. They will be prone to daydreaming. They need plenty of space to play and explore their imaginative realm. They may be oversensitive and may not take criticism well. In terms of situations rather than people, you may hear a welcome news from a loved one. It's important to honor the emotions that arise when thinking about your relationships. And this card now gives you the permission to show that compassion to yourself. It's really nice, because actually when looking at the card of the Water Dawn, I see a beautiful lady that's standing in the water actually, and she is looking at the sun coming up on the horizon. So she is welcoming that sun. And for me, you know, just thinking about the sun, you know, the cyclical part of it, you know, it's the beginning of the day. You're welcoming it, so thinking about it or praying for it, or as in what I said in my daily affirmations, which is, you know, thanks to the sun and many other life forces, I'm full of energy, I overflow with happiness and joy. And this might be just another confirmation that you may want to kick off a bit of a ritual first thing in the morning of saying those affirmations, any affirmations that resonate with you, be that the ones I wrote or your own. You might want to do it in the morning. And the key words here are being sensitive, sympathetic, kind, imaginative, poetic, and a daydreamer. And I like that. It's a very romantic kind of romantic, youthful, innocent energy about this. And I think it's nice reminder that this is actually the first card that came up in this, you know, today in part 3, and it's the beginning of the day, that point in time when anything is possible. You have a full day in front of you, so many choices, but perhaps a really nice way to start your day is with a little morning ritual, thanking the sun, addressing the sun, opening your eyes to the sun. Actually, something that I just, you know, the visual, the memory that came through to me, it's to do with your sleep cycle, actually. So I just had some advice from another like specialist or expert saying that in order to get into the natural rhythm of going to sleep naturally, to kick off the melatonin hormone in your body towards the evening, you know, in order to allow you to go to sleep more or less at the same time, the whole routine actually kicks off with what you do in the morning. And what I mean by that is specifically going outside for at least a period of 15 minutes. The sooner you wake up, or the first hour of your day, the better. So spending some time outside in the presence of the daylight for about 15 minutes plus, I think that was the advice, will actually kick off the right hormones within your body to pretty much say, right, you are awake, this is the beginning of the day. And then for, I don't know how many hours, don't quote me, but then that will kick off the natural rhythm of things and hormones in your life, within your body, to a point that the melatonin will kick off in the evening towards the night when you need it, in order for you to naturally be able to fall asleep at the right time. So yeah, some of you guys might be needing to hear that. As I said, I heard it from somebody else. It makes sense to me, so maybe there's something to it. So that's that. Then we've got the 11 of fire, which is interesting. Is it 11 of fire, or maybe I'm looking at this the right way? No, my friends, it's 9, right? Because the number actually needs to be on the bottom. Yeah, that didn't make sense originally, so I can see why now. I made a mistake in terms of the number, because the number in this deck actually has to be on the bottom rather than the top. And I'm like, yeah, there's no 11 in this deck. That makes sense. Alrighty, so we've got the 9 of fire. Here we go. Just bear with me, my friends. So this would be equivalent to the 9 of Wands energy in the traditional deck. So the 9 of fire represents last minute challenges on your way to attaining a goal. You have come a long way and are determined not to give up now. Although it may not seem like it at the moment, what you have been hoping for is within reach. With your goal in sight, you find the courage and tenacity to give one final push. If you persevere, no obstacle can stand in your way for long. From deep within, you must find the resources to keep going and remain hopeful. You've been given a final chance to prove you're worthy of success. It is up to you to rise to the challenge. That's really interesting, because the keywords there are perseverance, tenacity, determination, and courage. And for me, fire actually represents fire. You know, that sun is really, really hot. That heat, that warmth. You know, beware of the fact that you know, sunstroke can have on you, solar flares can have on you, as well as actually, I'm just thinking fire, Leo. For some reason, the astrological sign of Leo is coming through as well. That lion, people born primarily in August, or towards the end of July, August period. Something in there about courage and tenacity to keep going, keep pushing, keep being determined. And the other thing that I'm just seeing at the moment is that the fire came through straight after the water sign, water and fire. So depends, or maybe that's the interplay of the variety of elements on planet Earth. You know, the need for the sun as well as the water. So fire, water, because the lady here is standing inside water when she's looking at the sun, and it's the card of the water, dawn, and then here we've got the fire. So I wonder if there's something about the duality of the two elements together. And we need a bit of both, right? That water is usually emotions, sensitivity, feelings, and fire is that passion, that drive, that ambition, that courage, determination, and we need a bit of both, right, to be in alignment. But anyway, I digress. So with the other tarot deck, we've got one major arcana, which is the Tower, and what I'm getting with this one immediately is, for some reason here, it is depicted at night, and you've got this fiery tree literally on the card, and for me, I'm more inclined to look not at the meaning of the tower, the traditional meaning of the tower, but actually the fiery tree, the tree of life, the source of life. The sun is very much fire, right, that burning hot energy, and the tree represents life and growth, and here we've got a tree that looks like it's a fiery tree, and it's alive. It's not burning, it's actually quite alive and vibrant, and it's beautiful, and it's ever glowing, and it's even ever glowing at night because there's the moon behind it. And it reminds me of that last universal law we talked about, which is there's an illusion of duality on planet Earth, day night, but everything is actually one web of connections and existence, right? As I mentioned, the sun will be on the other side of the planet. If one is experiencing night, somebody else will be experiencing day at the same time. So I do wonder if this is a nice, representation of that. You can have a fiery tree. A sun is the source of life, a source of life for everything and everyone. And in fact, it's continuous. It's eternal, I guess, and it's even present during the nighttime as well, even though you might not physically be able to pick up it with your eyes. Now we've got Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Now something else, apart from the nature and the greenery and things like that I mentioned before, as well as the earthly realm, because that's what Pentacles typically represent, planet Earth or material things. I am seeing two duality. I'm also seeing, I might have to look, so it's really interesting, but both of the rabbit and the magician card, they're sort of looking to the side. They're looking up. They're looking up at the sun perhaps, or looking up as these other cards like the fiery tree, it's going up. The lady in the water dome, she's looking up at the sun. Like, everyone's looking up at the sun. I guess everyone needs to appreciate the sun. Everyone can physically see it, obviously, but sometimes, oh yeah, that's the other one, too much sun. Sometimes, you can't really stare directly at the sun because it can really hurt your eyes. So beware of the too much sun, but there's nothing stopping you from admiring the sun and saying thanks to the sun. And with the magician as well, elements of surprise and, good and bad, and you've got all this, you've got everything up your sleeve in order to create or to manifest whatever you want. And of course, a sun is something that may help you illuminate what that is. So coming back to that illumination, and you've got the sun behind the fox there, illuminating perhaps the path forward for the fox. So maybe this is a confirmation card for some of you as to the illumination part of it. If there's something that's going on in your life, a life circumstance or a connection or a person, a career thing, a love, partnership, relationship thing, and you just need a little bit more illumination on it in terms of which choice to make or which path to follow, maybe it's time to reflect on that aspect. As I said, address the sun, ask it for some illumination in your life, and just trust in the universe. See what comes through. You might even, that's what I'm getting, you might get a symbol of a sun as the answer to whatever question that you have posed to the universe or you addressed in your prayer. So what I mean by that is you might see it in a book, You might see it on, you know, driving on the highway, and there's a truck that goes back with with the logo of the sun, you know, some brand or whatever. You might see it on a product, you know, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the actual sun. It could just be a symbol of sun. And just sort of pause and stop for a moment and see if that could be sort of what resonates with you, or what thoughts were running through your head at that point in time, to see if there is the answer that you have needing to hear from the universe to the question that you pose to it. The other thing that I'm picking up with these 3 cards of the Queen Pentacles, Knight Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. 2 Pentacles are sort of 2 decisions, or duality, or 2 things, right? So something to, but I'm specifically drawn to the fact that there's 2 court cards here in front of me, which is the Queen and the Knight. The Queen is more motherly. It's the Pentacles here, she is she's got a lot of abundance. She is, you know, harvesting abundance. She is rich. She's a rich queen. She is also giving, you know, so she's giving. She's generous. That's a good word for it. So there's that business as well. Some good things about investments or business. Yeah, that's coming through for some reason. When you money, that's just coming through me. Green, maybe something to do with this green as well. I'm just thinking money, but also the Knight. So this is the more masculine, but more youthful energy compared to the Queen, right? So the other side of the coin for the Queen would have been the King, but we've got the Knight here, which is a younger masculine energy. Which could also mean a message, or a representation of a message, or a bright idea in the earthly realm that you would like to pursue. And so between these 2, I don't know, but I'm just getting this message as in you need to exercise the energy of both cards, what they represent, and that might be the illumination that you need in your life in order to make the decision that you need to make. So what I mean by that is something to do with a career, or a business, or abundance, or growth, that material wealth. Putting yourself in the framework of a mind of, you know, a boss babe, you know, Mrs. Bossy, whoever you might want to do business. Something to do with that. Yet you need to embrace the youthful masculine energy, which is the passion, the drive, and perseverance to keep going after something. So going back to this 9 of fire cards, you know, you need to have that courage and tenacity to keep forward. So maybe this is really the message that for some of you, you might feel like you're climbing a mountain. You might not be seeing the sun, you know, literally, because you're so close. You're climbing that mountain, and it's difficult and it's challenging. And it could be something to do, yeah, with a business, with a project, with a goal. It's an investment or a wealth-related thing. Keep going. I think this is what's trying to get with the 9 of Pentacles and this 9 of Fire. Keep going. Be tenacious, be courageous, keep going. The sun will pop up, and maybe this is why right at the end, out of all these, we start, oh, this is the other interesting thing. We started with the Water Dawn card, right, the beginning of the day. And look at the date, look at this card. So the Magician came as the last card, and it's setting, the sun is setting. So I wonder if this is a bit of a journey of a day, or a process here. And this card, these cards at the moment with the Fire, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles came right in the middle. So I wonder if it's like it helps us with that time aspect. And this may resonate for some of you, is that you've obviously started something, the Water Dawn, you're in the middle of something, it's a career, it's a business, it's a project, or whatever it is. You just need more tenacity, more courage, more go, 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 go. Maybe this is why the Tower is coming through, is that you may feel like everything is crumbling down, as if you're in the dark, you cannot see, you cannot see the light. But guess what, if you keep going, if you keep pursuing, if you keep putting in that dedication and that persistence towards whatever it is that you're doing, the sun will pop up. The sun will pop up in your life. It will. You just got to keep doing. The other message I'm getting here, that's right, is the pattern side of things, is that notwithstanding what phase you are in your life, it's just a phase, okay? And the pattern part of it, right, which I always talk about on this channel, is that you can be at the peak of your game or you can be at rock bottom, and guess what? Everything is in continuous movement. So there's a reason why we go through this school of life, I think, and planet Earth, is to experience the highs, the lows in every single point on that journey. And there's beauty in that if you are at rock bottom, you hopefully will get the confidence and a reminder that things will shift, seasons will shift, everything is in continuous movement. And you know, from the morning till the night, and it begins all over again the next day, right? Cycles, patterns continue, things move, things shift. That notwithstanding where you're at, it's just a phase, and there will be another day. There will be another day tomorrow, another opportunity at life, another opportunity to practice love. You know, so I'm a big proponent of practicing love on this channel, right? And so yeah, that's what's coming through. If in doubt, you're not sure what to think, what to speak, or to do, practice love. Think love, speak love, do love. Any time of the day, in any particular circumstance of your life that you are going through. No matter where the sun is at that point in time, right? And how the celestial bodies are aligned, just practice love, or put the hand on your heart to listen to that, your own source of who you truly are. Remember, we're having a human experience, yet we are spiritual beings, and heart in my world is the bridge between the spiritual body and your physical body. So when in doubt, put your hand on your heart and listen to your own source, who you truly are, and you will get the answer that you are seeking or what you are after. Anything else? Might just get an intuition card. Yeah, I'm just drawn to get an intuition card, my friends. Oh, it's really interesting. I'm just looking at my water and I'm seeing the rainbow. And of course, the light. Maybe this is why I was drawn to bring this thing with me as well, yeah. When the light refracts, that's when we get to see the beautiful rainbow, right? And all the beautiful colors of the rainbow. So there's something like, yeah, I'm just instant. Oh my goodness, my friends, did you see that? You hopefully saw that one got caught on camera. I cannot simply make this stuff up. The sun card has literally come through from the intuition deck. I knew I needed to go for it. I asked myself, do I rip this up or do I get the intuition card? And I heard the voice kind of inside of me, get my intuition, probably speaking, get the card from the intuition. Look at that. The sun came through. Whew. My friends, phew. Well, let's read it out loud then, because obviously some of you guys need to hear about it. I think it is an important topic to speak about, and wow, you know, some of these things, they pretty much shock me as well. The spirit world, lovely spirit world. Here we go. Here's the message from the guidebook, my friends. Radiate joy from being in alignment. The masculine and feminine are in balance within you. You're becoming fully aligned, and with this, you will find joy and contentment. You radiate happiness, and this energy attracts abundance and success to you. There is a harmony coming into your life. Love, light, and warmth is wrapped around you. There is a sense of celebration ahead. All your work is paying off, and you're feeling a sense of renewed motivation to keep moving forward. Everything is lining up. Everything is falling into place, and the signs are vitality, happiness, good fortune, alignment, and abundance. And I love it. So the way I've just put this card as well was literally just in front of me, and the two cards it fell on was the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. And it just once again confirms that part about the masculine and the feminine are in balance within you. And what I was talking about, that too, there's something about the true, and specifically the royalty cards, the masculine and the feminine, and yeah, alignment. So for some of you, you might not even need to tap into those energies anymore. So if that was my message before, here for some of you the message is you've got the perfect alignment now. Literally those masculine energies and the feminine energies on the other hand, duality, right? Here's another duality part of things in order to get the most perfect alignment, to perhaps manifest, bring about into your life the sun, which is vitality, success, good luck, abundance. You might already be there, my friends. In which case, congratulations, and comment down below if that's how you're feeling. You know, put down the emoji of a sun, or perhaps a V for value. If you found this video series valuable, I would really appreciate it, actually. Yeah, I was just pretty much amazed myself. In a positive way, in a good, illuminated, wonderful way. So with that in mind, I do feel like I need to wrap up this video series, my friends. The time has run out according to this hourglass. So, all the very best, my dear loving souls. It would make a world of a difference to me, my friends. If you like this video, consider subscribing to this channel if this video resonates with you. Have a wonderful day and night ahead, no matter where you're at in your journey. Wishing you all the very best. Have an abundant week, month, and year ahead. There you go, my friends. All the very best. I'll see you in my other videos. Bye now.